Alright. So, last time, we found ourselves caught up in a bit of a situation regarding Atris and somebody who he doesn't even know he exists. There we go. Took a moment for that to pop up. A bit of a issue between Atris and somebody that Atris didn't even know existed, I don't think. Let's see. So, I got through one of the training worlds, and I was midway through the second, and I already have access to the third, so hopefully things will go okay. Alright. So I think I know what I have to do here. And that involves going through that path that flower opened up. Which I think was... that should have been somewhere around here. Ah, there we go. Oh wait, I already had that one. Ah, it was that one. Okay, so I'm thinking I had already done that. Because that's what popped that and freed the bird from the pitcher plant. So maybe I do have to do something down here. I just don't know what. Because there's that. It feels like that's something I should be going to, but I don't know how to get there. Although I think I might have found it. book. Another page, rather. The final painting is almost done. It's been hard to work in the heat, but he must see everything that happened. As he follows the instructions I have left him, he will feel the pain I've suffered. If he doesn't, perhaps both of us will die. It is finished. All is ready for Atris's arrival. Tonight I will sleep among the ghosts. Then tomorrow I will link into Tamana. That one was a page I already had. Okay, so this is somewhere I need to be, but now it's just a matter of what am I supposed to do here? Aha. So now I'm wondering if that accomplished something. Okay, so there is a step here that I don't get yet. Okay, so what did that do? Okay. So, did that do something? I think it did. Because, yeah, now I have... I'm free to the open air. But... Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Oh my. And that's why I needed to rescue the bird. Besides just, you know, rescuing birds. Hopefully you're not intending for me to be your baby's next meal. Aha! And there is the symbol. Alright then. And that is the way out. Nice. And that is the second world done. Now all I have to do is beat the third one, and then we can follow Saavedro to wherever the heck he went. So at the moment, now the question becomes, where are we putting these symbols into? Probably there. That's probably involved. But before we do that, we still have one more symbol to look for. And thankfully, I had already opened the way to it. To the third world. Which I do believe was down this way. Okay, yep. And it didn't reset itself with me leaving. Good. So, materia. Let's see what kind of puzzles we have here. So, the first world involved electricity and pressure. The second one involved plants. Let's see what this involves. Okay. Can't do much about that right now. And that's the way back if I feel the need to do so. I've also still got to be on the lookout for missing pages, so we can get more insight on Saavedro's mindset. So now it's a question of where am I supposed to go? Because for some reason I thought that was a path, but apparently not. So now, at the moment, the question now is, how do I even get started? Okay, and that just resets itself. There is something down there, but... Oh, there was a path down here that I just didn't see. Because perspective is weird. Okay, now we got a couple different paths. Let's see what we got this way. Okay. Okay, so something fell out of there. And then it's landing in there and breaking. Okay, so none of the orientations actually work right now. So there's a part to this that I don't have yet. No doubt something along that other path, although there is something over here still. Huh. So we have weight shenanigans here. Looks like it's 2 metal, 2 wood, and 2 glass, from the looks of it. Though I don't know what that's hooked up to. It's hooked up to that. So not only is there the fulcrum point, there's also weight involved. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got going on this way. Not seeing any diary pages yet. How did I? Okay. Yeah, paintings. No doubt Cirrus and Akinar. Being their manipulative selves, I guess. Doesn't appear to be anything here. So what is up here? Huh. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so at the moment it doesn't look like hitting the lights does anything. Although, feels like they were lighting up in a specific order. Oh, hello. Focus, Saavedro. You must not let the fog come and swallow you. There are long spells, I think, days, maybe months at a time, when I can't remember what I've done. The fog rolls so thick around me, even if I hold my hand in front of my eyes, I barely see it. I strain and strain and strain, but nothing sticks. I think his sons came to visit us twice on Narayan. The first time, Atris asked me to meet them. He told me they would come through the book. He says they will not understand how your words fit together, but they will use them to open the shield. Narayan, he says, is where their lessons come together. Narayan is the sum of what they must learn. I remember Tamra was carving a spirit mask into the tree the day the boys arrive. She tugs my sleeve to get attention, points at a glide ship in the sky. I am shocked by how young the boys appear. They look so much like their father, yet they are different somehow too. They are impatient, and they are angry not to be treated like men. I take them to our home. I tell them I will teach them how to care for it. I say, together we will encourage the lattice tree to grow tall. They ask me why they have to work so hard. They tell me, no, Saavedro! That was later. That was after Atris took them away. You know this because when you see them saying these things, they are older. Their faces have become angled and hard. They have grown up into men, and something dark is in their eyes. They tell you they've come back to fix Narayan. Uh-huh. And that did not turn out well, I don't think. So... Okay. I saw the order that they went in. As far as which of these buttons corresponded to these lights. But as of now, I don't know what that does for me yet. Because at the moment, all the ball does is go into there, goes a little ways, and then smashes on something. So let's see what happens now that I've put some weight on there. Okay. You know what? I'll try this one first. I assume there's got to be a balance between the weight of the ball Okay, so I think I have that spot right. I just need a little less weight there, I think. Because I think that was too low. So I assume the wood would be would weigh less than the metal. I'm going to try here real quick just to see what difference that makes. Yeah, I think that is where it needs to be. So now it's just a matter of how much weight do I need to put on this. Because I assume I need 4. Now it's just a matter of which 4. And honestly, I don't even fully realize which, aside from, like, I don't know what the glass/crystal, I don't know how much that weighs compared to the metal and the wood. But it appears it is still too heavy. So 2 glass, 2 wood. Maybe that'll do it. I don't know if there's supposed to be a hint somewhere about this. See, that's still too... So yeah, maybe having it on the right was wrong. And having it in the middle and trying to get a balance between the two might be a bit easier. Except that side's still too heavy. So okay. So I think having it on the left is right. I just need to add... Now I need to add more weight. So add both metal ones, because that's probably about as heavy as it'll get. So let's see... Let's see how that fares. Except now it's too heavy. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. The shortcut, the zip mode still worked. Good. Oh, okay. It did actually lower me down. Slowly but surely, I'm figuring this out now. But though I'm still curious as to where this will, where this ball will go once it actually goes that way. Still too heavy. Okay. If I knew, like, the weight value of all these things, I feel like I would have a better understanding of what's going on. But the game is not telling me that, so I'm just kind of having to trial and error this whole thing. Okay, so now it is 2 lights. So I don't have any of the metal ones on there now. So if this is still too heavy, then it probably needs to be like one metal. It only needs to have 3 on there. Okay, that is too light still. Okay. But I don't remember what all I have tried. So just trying one of each and see what that does. So if that's too light... Well, actually, no. That was too heavy, wasn't it? Yeah, because that side went up. Yeah, so that's too heavy. Pretty sure this was too light before. Okay, that's too light on that configuration. So, let's try this. Still... And there, it's too heavy. Let's find out. Is it still too heavy on this? If nothing else, that'll give me a clearer indication on the weight scale here. That is still too heavy on that. It was too light before. Is it still too light now? It's too heavy now. Okay, so wood is the light one on this. still too heavy. But I know 1 crystal and 1 glass and 2 wood is too light. If I just had some indicator of, like, the values of, like, the weight values of these things, I feel like this would be easier to figure out, but it's just all one big trial and error. And that's too heavy. But I'm pretty sure it'll be too light for this. Yeah, it's too heavy. It's too heavy on that. Actually, that was still too heavy. So metal is just not being used at all here. If I'm understanding it right. Yeah, the game's not telling me anything about how much each of those weigh compared to the ball up there. That's too light. And that's too heavy. Okay. Is there any other viewpoints from here that I could... any other information I can glean? Doesn't look like it. And that's still too heavy. Pretty sure this is too light. Yeah, that's too heavy. So let's see if this is too light. Or too heavy, or... No. That is too heavy. But it's too light there. The issue is, I don't know, like, I don't... Oh, wait. Okay. So it looks like that's equal to 4 wood, perhaps? I didn't realize I could take a closer look at that. So the metal is just always going to be too heavy. Except, hold on. Hold on. I think I had my thought backwards on the scaling of it, maybe. Yeah, yeah. So, if this is still not enough weight, then I'll switch out the 2 wood for 1 crystal, and then add the wood after that. Because that seems to be the most gradual thing here. The gradual weight increase. There we go! Ooh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Aha. So that's 1 bit done. One down, 2 to go. Up, but I have to... There. Should have known I had to keep that noted. Okay. Oh. I never went here. So this is where the 3rd puzzle was. Three wood, 1 crystal. Oh. Oh. Because I only saw the 3 wood from that angle. So that might have been the hint that I was supposed to have seen. But I figured it out. Oop. My attempts to produce a carnivorous hybrid have had limited success. I thought I was making greater progress, but the life that grows in the forest isn't like the plants on Narayan. It's much more tenacious, less susceptible to grafts. Perhaps if I try mixing in species from the swamp. No! It cannot be true. Surely his journals deceive me. He says he's brought them back. He says he's given his dunny brethren new life. But how? How can one man have so much power? How can one man's writings reawaken a dead world? I don't know what this means. By all that is sacred, Tamra, what can it mean? It doesn't change a thing. I can still continue as I planned. I can still seek revenge for my people. I will make my enemies suffer. By the weaving, Tamra, this changes everything. Okay. So nothing else there. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Okay. So, if this is the second one, that should go there. Yep. The third one should be... Oh, wait. I think I had this mixed up. That should be the fourth one. Alright. So I'll head back later and see if that was the solution. But we've got something over this way. So I think this is more of a pattern of... I seem to remember it's just... The ball is going to be jumping back and forth, I think. Okay. Gotta remember how things rotate. Okay. Okay, I think... So if I place it there, that would go from there to there. Then from there, it would go from there to there. And one more to there. To there, except that wouldn't work. I think I have to put it there. I think that should do it. Haha. Oh, except... Okay, actually, no. This might be fine still. Okay. I didn't realize that this was rotating clockwise like this one was. Let's see. So I could do 3 to move from there to there, but there wouldn't be a slot there. There will be something there to catch it. So I think I was right on doing it there. So that'll hop from there to there. But then what? Well, in that case, do that. That'll pop from there to there. And then move 2. It'll go from there to there. Then 4, so there. That one that's kind of locked in place kind of makes me wonder. Right, I keep forgetting about the direction it's going in. Dang it. Eh. There we go. Okay. That should do what I thought it would, what I expected it. Now just to see if this is actually the solution. Okay, so what am I... There's something I'm not getting here. I wonder if I have to use all 4 tracks, but I only have 3 transitions to work with. I presume that's not going to work, because it'll just fall into a hole and go into the water. Except that I had the rotation backwards again. Yeah, that's what I figured. Actually... Five. Because then that would go to... Well... That would go from there to there. 2, 3, 4 would go... That would go from there to there. Feels like I've tried this already, but... Doesn't help that I did it the wrong, had the configuration wrong anyway. Oh no, never mind. So yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm doing wrong here. Like, I'm not sure what the objective here is, besides getting the ball to survive. Is there some sort of hint for this? Oh. More notes. The memories flood over me too fast. They race around inside my head, filling my soul with despair. And the more I think about how nothing can be done, how no one can be alive outside his shield, the faster the fog rushes in. I can lose myself in the fog. When it's thick enough, I can let go and be safe. I can start to forget. But I must not forget. I must remember every lie they told my people, how they manipulated us all to get what they wanted. They told me they had come to fix my world. They asked me to arrange a meeting with the elders. The books they carried in with them showed other worlds, beautiful places where people didn't have to work so hard to survive. They told my people that Atris had written these books, that he had written Orion, but that he'd made our world unstable. They said he wanted to make us slaves to the tree. They asked me, don't you remember, Saavedro? Our father wrote this world to teach us, to show his sons what an age shouldn't be. I don't know what to say. I don't know how it could be true. But why would they lie? Why would Atris have lied? The worlds they showed us in those books. The elders refuse to believe them. They say we cannot abandon the tree. For thousands of years we have tended the lattice roots. Without our traditions, we will die. I don't want us to die. I, I don't. But Cirrus and Achenar said they would come back, Saavedro, just like Atris once said to you as well. He said he would come back, but then he didn't. He didn't. And for that, you will have to make him pay. Oh, so that just loops. Okay. Okay, so you know what? Now that I know I have a quick way out from here. Let's see. How did I... There it is. Let's see if I got the configuration here right. Two, three, four, five. Nice. I did get that one right. So I'm presuming this is the second one. Okay. So at least that's that puzzle done. So now I don't have to worry about that one. Now I can focus my efforts on that last one. Was there? Okay, I thought that might have been something, but no. Oh. Well, that's great. The game crashed. Alright. Let's hope I didn't lose too much. Okay. Well, if nothing else, I have the solution to that puzzle, so I still don't have to worry about that. So as long as I didn't necessarily need to have this puzzle actually completed, as long as I have the pattern, I should be good. I was more concerned that I had lost progress, back in the other world. Okay. Oh, I think I get it. Okay. I have to get it into there. And then you get it into there, and then it'll head off. Okay. Ah, but that's why that's there, to prevent the easy solution. Okay, I understand what I need to do now. Okay, because I honestly I didn't see that spot there before. Okay, so ultimately I need to get the ball to here, but in a roundabout fashion. So I'd still go from there to there. Actually, no. From there to there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, and then one more to there. Okay. There we go. Now that I actually see what the objective is, figuring it out was a heck of a lot easier. Hopefully. Okay, I was about to. I was worried there for a bit. There we go. And away. third one. Okay. That is that. And even if I have to actually do that second one again, given where the autosave was, which I'm actually just going to go ahead and save that now. Given where the autosave was, it should already be in place for me to just activate it and be on my way and be good. Alright, so in this one, it's... Okay. Okay, so that was the second one. Okay. Okay, maybe I do have to do the third one after all. To stop me from just memorizing the solution, I guess. Okay, yep. All the pieces were still in place. Good. Okay. Go ahead and save that. So yeah, I guess that was the right pattern. I guess for whatever reason, it just didn't... I get it if the game has a kind of a system in place to prevent just memorizing the patterns just to skip everything, and I am going the wrong way. All right. This one. And a 2. And a 3. Okay. Ha! Interesting chair. Oh.
This morning I woke up and I couldn't picture Tamara's face. The little line at the corner of her lip that pulls her whole mouth down when she smiles, the flutter in her eyelashes. I tried so hard to picture her in my mind, put her down on paper as if that might bring her back. I couldn't do it. Atris, I'm not you.
Okay. Of course, at the moment, I don't know where the starting point is. Oh. Okay. So try Okay. Because something broke. Okay. So, yep, that went to there. I think red has to be the ending point. Because nothing else would make sense there. Okay. So starting from blue, goes up around to there, goes to green, and that goes to red. So if I select blue, that... Oh boy! Oh boy, we're going for a ride now. Oh. If you have motion sickness, look away now. Oh, wow. This is cool. Oh, no. Whee! Whee! And I thought those blue lines were the symbol. You just had to see it from the proper angle. Oh, wow. That was a trip, dude. Well, since we've had a crash before, I definitely don't want to have to do that again. Okay, that's all 3 done. Now to put all these symbols together. Alright, so if I press this, what happens? Oh.
My sons, I promised to teach you the secrets.
It was something I'd already seen.
First step on your journey. Search the island, and you'll find 3 linking books. Each connects to an age in which you must fulfill.
Hello, Atris. Been a long time. Sorry I'm not there to greet you in person, but I just didn't think it would be wise, considering how long I've been stuck here. Trapped in these lesson ages by 2 very greedy little boys. Your sons, Atris, Cirrus, and Achenar. Of course, they're not so little anymore, not so innocent. I thought a lot about innocence these last few years and what happens when it gets lost. Worried about relation? I have it. Worried about friends, relatives, people you can't get back. I know just how you feel. But if you want to do something about it, you're going to have to open this device. And there's just one problem. I've changed the 3 symbols that do that. So if you want to reclaim relation, you're going to have to take your own class. Find the 3 symbols, Atris. And don't keep me waiting forever.
I mean, I already did find the 3 symbols. Where do I put them in, though? Is it something there? I don't. Okay, what am I missing? Unless... Ah! There we go. I just had to place them there. That's one. Oh.
Not so easy, is it, Atris? Running like a rat through a maze, looking for some sign that'll help you save your world. Is it over here? Is it over there? Is it someplace I can't find? Sirius and Akinar didn't care about saving Narayan. All that talk about fixing instabilities, rewriting the age so that we would be free to live our lives, that was just talk to hide the truth of why they had come. But we believed their lies, Atris. So we abandoned our traditions, forgetting that those traditions were keeping Narayan alive. And when the lattice trees started to die, I followed them here to tell them what they had done. And they laughed. They said they would never fix Narayan. They said that they had already taken everything it had worth saving. So, my dear old friend, Atris, I brought you to this place where your education begins. Find the remaining 2 symbols, and then come see what your boys did to Narayan.
See, I didn't realize what it was doing down there.
This what you expected, Atris? When you followed me here, hoping to reclaim Relation? This classroom what you expected to find? I read your journal, you know. In Tamana, after I found your linking book abandoned outside this observatory, I read all about the Dunning. How you started their world again. Can you really do that, Atris? After everything that's happened to Narayan, could you start their world over again? I don't think so. I think there's too much blood on our hands, too many ghosts. Surely you can't change that with a pen stroke. One more symbol, Atris. Narayan is waiting.
I'm kind of glad I didn't figure this part out until now. Seeing all 3 of these back to back feels better to me for some reason.
You've done well, my sons, but there's still one task ahead of you. The linking book you see here connects to an age called Narayan. It's a very delicate age, where civilization has emerged in response to the world's imbalances. It's also the first inhabited age I'm sending you to alone. But don't be afraid. The knowledge you've acquired here will show you the way in. Use it and see all that Narayan has to offer.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing something here. Okay. It's a good thing I have a crap ton of scratch paper here. It's coming in handy now. Hello?
What? You're not... Where is he? Look, I know he's here. I have his book. So where is he? He didn't come.
He was too busy putting out the fire you set in his house.
He sends you instead. Idiot. You actually thought this would work. You thought that you could force him into coming here, fixing things. Why? Why would he rewrite Narayan? Because of your messages? Because of your paintings? Look at your world. Look at what's left of it. When are you gonna get it through your thick skull that you do not matter to him? Who could be alive out there? No one. We're stuck here, you know. The linking book back to Chananan is gone. Left behind when I linked out of Atris' study. And as for getting in to Narayan, look around you. This chamber is the only way in. And Atris installed some kind of shield, and I have never been able to get past it. Not once in all these years. So you're just as stuck here as I am. At least until I open this book and I show Atris what it's like to watch your friends and relatives die. If you do find a way out of here, I suggest that you think very carefully about using it. Because the one thing I know about linking books, the doors they open don't close behind you.
Yep. Yep. That is very true. And for the time being, he's leaving me to my own devices. Uh-huh. So, this, and it was eventually the one other place in this game where I ended up looking up the solution. And it turns out it's right in here. Because you see there's these words, and there are certain words that are focused on here. Now it's just a matter of seeing which words they are. Ah. Energy powers future motion. Okay. So those 4 words should be, yep, energy, power, future, and motion. So now it's just a matter of how these symbols come together. Alright, so I'm going to be taking screenshots of these, just so I don't have to keep looking back and forth on this. Power. Future. There. Given where, since I'm just copy pasting this, that'll make the position will make it easier. Future motion. Okay. So now it's just a matter of how I put these symbols together. I'm assuming it has to be in the words order, so that's energy. Power. Future. And motion. Haha! Okay. That's the first set. Alright, now for the second set of words. Ah. Nature encourages mutual dependence. Okay. Honestly, it'll probably just be better to copy all these just so... Well, yeah. You could just, write the symbols down or something, but, when you have the means of just copying into paint, then that works too. Okay, so nature, which starts from here, or so I'm assuming. Nature encourages encourage. If this doesn't work, then I just assume it starts at the top like all the others did. Mutual, where's mutual? There's mutual. Mutual dependence. There's dependence. No. Okay. So I guess I do have to do them. Start at the top. Mix and. I guess I was just overthinking it. And that's assuming that I didn't just mess these up at some point in some fashion. Mutual, there's... Okay, there we go. Okay, it does start at the top. Alright. That's 2. Now for the 3rd. Oh, found it. Dynamic forces spur change. Dynamic forces spur change. Okay. Okay. Oop. The first one I see is force, which is on this spot. That looks about right. So change. Spur. Dynamic. Haha. So. Okay, nothing in here. You know what? I was thinking about doing this. There are a number of bad endings. And, you know what? I feel like showing at least some of them off. Because that's Tomana. And I did just save. You remember what Saavedro said?
By the Maker, you've returned. Atris, come quick! The fire burned the linking book you used. We had no way of following and thought.
We've returned. Where's Relisha?
Yep. If you just go straight back to Tamana, you leave the linking book behind, and Saavedro follows you in and finishes the job. Oh, geez. Didn't think it was going to set me that far back. So, yeah. Go ahead and grab that. And it would appear we have a new set of words. Might as well. Aha. Balanced systems stimulate civilizations. There's stimulate. Okay. So, yep. Okay, that's what this lever was for. Or maybe... Or maybe... Okay, okay, okay. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Let's see. Which ones do I already have? I have civilization. Let's see. Okay, so the other three are all downstairs. But I have to open this first. Let's see. Balance. Actually, hold on. It'll just be faster doing it this way. There we go. Systems. Stimulate. Oh, there's system. Okay. So I'm using a program that basically just allows me to screenshot just a portion of things, which I'm a little surprised I didn't think of that sooner. Stimulate. So that way I'm not having to get the whole tapestry. There. Okay, so it was balance, system. That's it. Go ahead and save this, because I'm not sure what is about to happen here. Haha. Ha 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 ha.
Oh my god. They're alive? How did you... The Force symbol.
Yeah, but there's a catch. You can't turn them both off.
No. It gives me hope and strength. You see, I still have something that he wants. Something that he sent you to bring back for him.
Yep.
Release him. Drop the outer barrier when I'm out by the gondola. Switch the shield so the outer barrier is open. And in return, I'll give up release. Do it.
Okay. I wasn't sure what all was going to happen after putting in the last symbol. So... for starters, let's see if he's a man of his word.
Apparently, it's my turn to live up to my end of the bargain.
Yep. The guy's a jerk at the end. Yep. Which I think at this point, you don't have any other choice but to reload. Oh, wait. There is one more thing. One thing that'll actually trigger the ending is here.
By the Maker, you've returned. Atris, come quick! The fire burned the linking book you used. We had no way of following a thought.
I've returned. And where's Relishan? Did you bring back the book? All those people. Everything we worked so hard to restore.
Atris.
Without that book, they're lost to us forever.
Yep. Sad end. Failed to save Relishan. Okay. So, we have to do things a bit differently. Like, say, turning this off. So now, I have him trapped out there, and he has nowhere to go. He can't get to me, and he can't leave. Maybe he'll be a little bit more open to negotiation now.
Oh, God. No. Please don't do this to me. Not when my family could still be alive out there. You want the book? Here. I'll give you the book.
Thank you.
Just... please. Please. Don't do this. Please. I can't do this again. Please don't leave me trapped here like this. I can't. No! 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 No!
So, I have a couple ideas here. I know there's at least one thing that I can do. Okay, that I was actually wondering if I could open that book. First things first, I'm curious what happens if I just leave. Because I want to say there's some different dialogue here. And this is not necessarily the good ending. But I mean, we accomplished the objective. But we still kind of left Saavedro in the lurch there.
You've returned. Atris, come quick! The fire burned the linking book you used. We had no way of following the hall.
You've returned. But where's Relishan? Did you bring back the book?
Oh, it was locked. No wonder.
Thank the Maker. It's fine. We're in your debt, my friend. If this book had been destroyed, everything we worked for, all the people of Relishan, would have been lost to us forever.
You must tell us everything.
And so, as I once again set my pen to the page, a heavy sorrow hangs over me. It's true that Relishan has been returned to us unharmed, but the age I wrote to provide a new beginning is secure. But I can't escape the facts of its return. Nothing I can do will change the past. The anguish of decisions that were made must be carried with me forever. But if I had been the one to face Saavedro, if I had seen the life my sons destroyed so callously, but I have left him stranded without hope. But I have sacrificed his dreams to claim my own.
So that was a legitimate ending. But we're not done. We can't just leave it like that. There is one other thing that I can do, and that is just turn things on. Except, I activated that one. And, bam. I assume if I had just stood there for a bit, he would have come up the stairs, but the ending would have been the same. But let's do the right thing. And give him access to his family by flipping this lever first. And then turning the power back on. So he can't get to me, but the outer barrier will be brought down. Off you go. Not sure what state your civilization has been, because it's been, what, 20 years, I think he said? Who knows what kind of state it's in, but at least he'll be able to see it for himself, one way or another. Alright. And now, time to head on back.
By the Maker, you've returned. Atris, come quick! The fire burned the linking book you used. We had no way of following the whole...
You've returned. But where's Relishan? Did you bring back the book? Thank the Maker. It's fine. We're in your debt, my friend. If this book had been destroyed, everything we worked for, all the people of Relishan, would have been lost to us forever.
You must tell us everything.
Now we should be hearing something different compared to last time.
At last I can rejoice, for Relishan has been returned to me unharmed. The age I hoped would provide a new beginning still lives on. I'm sure that no danger shall befall it. And as I sit here writing in this journal, I rejoice to know that Narayan too is safe. The secrets of its past have been unlocked, and old wrongs have finally been righted. I know now that we can't escape the past, nor can we rewrite it, hoping to lessen our pain. The best we can hope for is to continue to learn, to take from the past only that which is good, and move on. Perhaps in the process, we will build a brighter future.
Ha! So that is Myst 3 Exile. Definitely a neat experience. Having, like I said, having the panoramic view of every spot is definitely an interesting advancement to the Myst series. And by and large, except for that last word puzzle, the puzzles weren't quite as obtuse or as, frankly, as difficult as Riven was. So, there are more games to this series. There's Myst 4, there's Myst 5, I believe it was Uru Online, something or other. It was a game that was originally intended to be a like a multiplayer, like an MMO kind of thing, but it kind of didn't pan out. But there is, it still can be done single player. But I have played a little bit of 4, but I never got too far into it. So, but I think Uru Online would be the next one in the series chronologically. As far as when the games were made, anyway. So that would likely be the next one. And we'll see how things go from there. So I knew that this wouldn't take too long, if only because, according to Steam, the first playthrough took about 7 hours. So I knew having at least some experience, even if the just sheer amount of time between then and now, I wouldn't really remember what all the puzzles were. I had a feeling that it wouldn't take quite as long, and that ended up panning out. As such, you know, as usual, once the credits run their course, that will bring this stream to a close. But I am going to be, we have still the order of business of determining what the next game is going to be. And because Dragon Warrior 7 took 25 streams, I had the thought of, depending on how long this took, I would just pull from the non-RPG list again. Because it just seems, it just seems fair to give just a little bit more time before pulling from the RPGs again. Just on the off chance that whatever game I pick ends up taking that long again, which hopefully that's not the case. But you never know. Is there any more? Okay. So... let me just make sure everything is the way it should be. So yeah, it took us such a short amount of time to complete this that the poll to determine the new 5th game onto this ended maybe an hour ago. A little over an hour ago. It ended up being a tie, so I ended up being the tiebreaker, and as such, that 5th game is going to be Lemmings for the Sega Game Gear. Assuming that doesn't get picked here and now, I'll probably just add that into this layout later on. But the percentage is there for that. Let me just double check any channel point redemptions before I roll this. And there are not. Alright then. So, the next project. In 3, 2, 1, stop. Mega Man and Bass. Considering it's been on there the longest and has had the most points spent towards it, seems appropriate. So, until next time, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice night.